de la montagne, Robert Braza, Maurice Perco.
Welcome everybody to Exclusive Real Life Matters, and my name is D-Boss. I'm going to tell you today that we have a great lineup to you today to watch, and we have somebody here that's going to be on the show today, and I'm so excited to have her on today. Her name is Lorraine Henriquez. She's a real estate strategist, author, educator, mentor, and a coach. And I'll just give you a little background before she actually comes on and speaks to everybody about Lorraine. Lorraine Henriquez left Jamaica at the age of 21 in search of more opportunities, which everybody likes. While in Canada, she puts herself through school, raising 3 professional daughters, building a great career with the federal government, and becoming a successful real estate investor. Today, as she settles in and retire with the real estate portfolio worth over 7 figures. 7 figures. She's helping you set yourself up for a wealthy retirement at any age. Lorraine volunteers with the Kingdom Covenant Ministries, Junior Achievement of Central Ontario, Canadian Diabetes Association, and a past member of the Real Estate Investment Network, a rock star Inner Circle, and a current member of Toastmasters, Toronto Board of Trade, and several meetups. Well, that's a big portfolio, and I no other ado to welcome Lorraine Henriquez to the show. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, D-Boss.
Oh, I thank you. And you've done a lot. That's a big portfolio that you have right here, right?
I tried to, yes.
Okay, and you're also with IWB?
IWB, yes, I'm a founding member of IWB, a really good networking company, organization.
All right, and I was just going to tell a little bit about Lorraine. You wrote a book here called 7-Figure Retirement, Real Estate Investment Strategies for Immigrants.
Yes.
Can you tell us a bit about this?
This is an award-winning book. It's the first of its kind that was written in the English language specific to immigrants. I did this because I'm an immigrant and I found success in this country, and I spoke to a lot of immigrants who were scared and nervous to do good, so I did this book to encourage and inspire them.
Okay, so when you were doing this, what made you say, okay, you know what, I want to do this show, or you want to do, you want to show people about how to invest, and why would you take the look at with the from the immigrants? The immigrants coming. Is it because they're coming new to the country, or why did you want to take that approach?
I did this because there were a lot of immigrants here even before my time, and a lot of them had very good jobs. They were earning a lot of money, but they had nothing to show. And then I speak to them and I said, why don't you have more than what you have? And they either say they're scared, they're nervous, they weren't born here, so they don't want to take risks.
So a lot of people just either want to just rent an apartment or something. So you're trying to bring people out of that scope, okay, you know what, I'm just going to rent an apartment for every day, and that's it, because I just new to the country, so just let me do what everybody else does, just rent for years and years, because some people stay in apartments for 20 years, right?
Exactly, and they don't think that they can achieve much. So I started helping people in the community, and I said, this is what you can do, this is what you should do, and they're doing it successfully now.
Wow. Yeah. So can you tell us about, you said is it 7 steps or 7? Or
7-figure retirement, 7-figure meaning you can become a millionaire. 7 figures is million. You can become a millionaire by doing this. Real estate has a lot of exit strategies. It's a very good tool to achieve wealth. So I said you learn all the exit strategies, and you practice one. You keep repeating that one over and over and over until your income starts to snowball.
Okay. And you charge for this book. It's about how much?
$20.
20. Yeah, so 20. It's on eBay and eBay. You have it
No,
on Amazon.
Amazon.com,
Okay.
Amazon.ca. But if you do it on my website or even on my landing page, lurleenhenriquez.com, then I will do my autograph and send it off to you. I do coaching and mentoring and all that stuff.
So can you tell us a little about the books? Because you know that you want people to buy the book. So can you give us some tips from it?
The book is like a template. You use it, it's like from A to Z, how to get your first property. And some people believe, even if they're just buying a house, they don't need to know anything about the house. They just have to get an agent and purchase a house. It doesn't work like that. Agents are really good, but believe me, I don't want to say, sometimes it's their only job, the only one that they're getting, the only client that they got.
Okay.
So they'll just sell you this house because, you know, it's there. The walls are there, everything looks good. But there are things that you need to look at before you purchase that home. Because even if it's the one property you're going to get to live in, you still want it to have equity in it. You don't want to live in a property for 10 or 20 years and
not
you
get
buy
nothing.
it for that price and it sits there for that price. You don't want that. You want to make sure you're in the right area because location is very important. And there's certain things you have to look for in that house before you purchase it. But I made a mistake when I first started. And if I can tell you a little bit about that
Yes.
mistake.
We wanna hear.
I started out with a 9-plex. That's what I did. Instead of getting a family home, I started out with a 9-plex. And somebody recommended an agent. They said, this is the best agent in the city. You can hire her. Of course I hired her. I wanted the best agent. And immediately when I got that property, she put it under contract. And she said, I'm going to close in 1 month.
1 month.
1 month.
Ooh.
So I was happy and I was excited I was going to close in 1 month. But it turns out she was a residential agent. So she knew nothing about commercial. Anything over 5 units is classified as commercial. She knew nothing about that. And I didn't know the difference, so I hired her. And when the month came, we could not close because it needed 2 environmental studies. Well, she asked for an extension. They gave her a month extension. After that month, it still couldn't close because they had to do a second environmental study. If I had hired a commercial agent,
Then,
they
yes.
would have known that. And I should have had my
A little bit of research.
yeah, or I could have hired a coach, but I thought she was charging too much, so I didn't hire her. But it turned out by the time I closed that property, I paid $50,000 that I shouldn't have paid
Wow.
because of this mistake. Well, the coach wasn't charging me nearly that much, and I thought it was a lot of money. So after that, I ran and I still paid for my coach because I knew that I would be faced with more challenges later on. So I learned the hard way.
Wow.
And that's why I wrote the book, and I'm trying to get people to get coaching, get mentoring before you get into trouble. Because this one girl told me that her friend had 4 properties in the last recession. She lost them all. She didn't want to pay $20,000 or $15,000 for a coach. She lost 4 properties. Now, how is that? Is that any comparison, losing 4 properties or paying for a coach? If she had paid for a coach, she would have known what to do in the recession.
That's right.
Because that's when millionaires make their money, in the recession.
Yeah,
You see?
that must have been difficult because, but see, what you offer is you actually take these people in that come to you, and you teach them.
I teach them step by step. We say, somebody said to me, what's the difference with coaching and mentoring?
Right.
Well, coaching, I'm coaching you, I'm telling you what to do and you go out and do it. Mentoring, I'm holding your hand. I am showing you what to do and you're doing it step by step with me. So there's a difference with coaching and mentoring.
And the strategics.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
your
different
strategist.
strategists.
You know, that's the strategist is a person that actually is like a mentor or a coach.
An educator.
And an educator.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We tell you, show you where to buy, when to hold, and when to let go. You don't want to hold a property indefinitely. There's
Oh,
a time when you
okay.
have to let it go. You see, so
And
that's
some
what
people
we
don't
do.
want to let go properties, right? But you're telling people there's a time.
There's a time when it maxes out. You have enough equity, so you move on. You sell it, you get your money, and you invest in other properties.
So you go and tell these people, okay, you know what? I think you need to move because you've made enough money. So you're watching their whole portfolio on that, right?
Other things, yeah. You keep moving up, moving up. Don't stay stagnant in the same house all the time. You keep moving up. Even if it's your one home, you want to move up and build wealth. Use the equity and buy another one, and get the renters to pay your mortgage down, and the cash flow you can use for other properties. And the renters doing that, you're not doing it. You have the property, you rent it out, and the renters doing all that and making you rich.
She must have. Lurleen has a bag of money here.
Not really.
No, but the people that make wealth, they're not going to tell. But what do you do with somebody in a case that they don't want to give up their property? Oh no, I don't want to sell. How do you deal with somebody like that? You know, because they got people. Oh, I just bought my house. I'm comfortable. That's it.
Yeah.
How do you deal with somebody like that?
There are different types of people and different ways of doing it. For example, even one person had a home that they sold, a house that they sold, and they made 1.1 million here. And they're saying, oh, the houses are so expensive now. I need to invest this. I don't know how to do it and stuff. Well, I expanded my business 5 years ago to the United States. And I specialize in Orlando because it has a lot of fundamentals that you can't lose if you go there.
Right.
So I'm there for 5 years now. And I asked her if she thought of the States because she was afraid that the properties are too expensive around here in the GTA.
Right.
So what can she do with that money? So I said, well, have you tried the States? She goes, oh, good gosh, no. The interest rate is too high and stuff like that. And the conversion rate. So
Okay, with the Canadian and the US dollar and stuff,
so
yeah.
I said, okay, you had this house rented for $2,300 a month, Canadian. You sold it and you make so much in Canadian money. You convert it and you can get so much, maybe 800,000 US. No, I said, look at the end result. Don't look at the conversion or the exchange rate. Look at the end result. When I explained it to her, she bought 2 properties, $2,300 per month for each property.
So she bought 2. She was skeptical about 1, and now she ended up buying 2. So that's good.
Getting 2,300 US as opposed to 2,300 Canadian.
Wow.
So look at the end result.
So now she's making more because over here, double.
She's making double. And we have our property management. We have a full team there. Lawyer, cross-border lawyer, cross-border CPA, property management. So while you're sleeping here, your money is working there.
Like you're making money all around.
Yes.
So that's how you go over those properties and their values.
Yes. If somebody has a house here and they're saying, this is all I want. Sometimes you speak to them and you show them why you can have something else, because you don't want to have a job forever. You have a house and you have a job, but at the same time, there comes a time when you want to retire. So you need something to work for you, and that's how I convince them. You need something to work for you, so the one is not enough. And I can show you how you can multiply 1, 2, 3, and go on.
Well, you were talking to me off the air about, some people who they say they can't afford it. They can't afford a home. They can't do it. They said they're barely making their ends meet now. So how am I going to buy a home when I'm living in a condo right now? And you had success with some of your people, because she helps a lot of people. She charges, but she doesn't charge some people. So she's out there with the people. So how did you deal with that?
Yeah, because some people, they feel that they can't do it because they take 3 vacations per year and they waste money. So we sit with them and we strategize things. 1 vacation can work for now.
Okay.
You see?
So they can buy the property.
Cut back on certain things, or instead of going to Australia or a place where you have to spend $10,000, you can start with small vacations.
Right.
You see, until you build up your equity in that property, then you use that equity to go on vacations again. But somehow we're able to explain to them and they understand.
I know they have everybody working. Sometimes the people don't realize that your son's working, your nephew's working, or everybody's like maybe 6 or 10 people that are actually working, and they don't really. Sometimes the homeowner don't really calculate everybody that's working that they could get a bigger place, right?
Together, they can pull together. There's another girl. 2 girls were renting from me.
Right.
And they said to me that they'd like to buy something in 5 years. So I said, why 5 years? They said, we're saving. And in 5 years, we'll have enough money. I said, do you mind telling me some of your personal finances? And they said, no, because we've been renting for you for a while, and we like you, and we'll open up to you. And they showed me what they had. I said, okay, you're renting together for 2 years already, so
Right.
you're comfortable living together? They said, oh yes, and we want to buy together. I said, there you go.
See?
We're going to put your money together, the little you have together, and we're going to find you something affordable right now. They said, really? I said, yes, we can do that. I have a mortgage broker.
Right.
We sat there and we strategized for them, and they bought their property, their first property together. They didn't have to wait 5 years or 2 years. They bought it
Because they
right
pooled the
away.
resources and they
Yeah.
let everybody go together.
Yeah.
But see, a lot of people don't think like that,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But in New York and places like that, they think like that. Okay, well, we can't do it by ourselves. We'll do it. But how do you deal with like the people here, like, you know, Toronto's getting so expensive? You know, there's a lot of challenges for people there too. Like they're saying, I don't think I can afford to get something.
Yes, but they can go outside of Toronto, you know, on the outskirts. There are places still affordable where they can go, and I'll show them where they can go.
That's not in the GTA. Maybe you got to go a little further
A little bit
out.
further out, you know. There's Hamilton. You can still
Oh,
find
yeah,
a few
that's right.
things in Hamilton. Some people are in London, and there are good places in London. That's a little bit far, but there are other places that you can find properties, affordable properties.
And you got to make sure you're working and you could, you know, get there and get back home and stuff. But I guess with all the new subway and the
Yeah.
GOs and that's
Lots
going to
of
help people.
Infrastructure, lots of bridges and trains and stuff like that. This one lady just moved to Guelph because she wanted to rent, and I showed her she could afford something in Guelph. She moved to Guelph. She is so happy, and she changed her job, and the job that she got in Guelph, she's working from home. She said she
Wow.
is so happy. She can drive her kids to school, and she does her work from home. And her husband travels like 20 minutes to work. So they didn't know that they could afford that property.
Well, I'm glad. You know, Lorraine, I like the fact that you're so involved in your clients, and you know, you came from a struggle too.
Yes.
Before you got into this business.
Of course.
And you know, and tell everybody a little bit about the struggle, because you know you were sick. You thought you were going to throw in the towel. We have to investigate when we do here Real Life Matters. So you know, can you tell us how you came from that and you to here?
Yes, from Jamaica with more mouths to feed than food. So I came here for more opportunities. I was told the streets are paved with gold, and I was looking out the window when the pilot said you're about to land. I was looking literally for the gold. I didn't realize that you had to work for the gold.
So you're one of the people that they think you come here, the leaves are just, you just pick a leaf when the money's there.
Yeah, just think the gold is there, just waiting for you. So I came with that mindset.
Right.
And then I realized it doesn't work like that.
Right.
So then I put myself through school and got the new job and then another job, thinking I'm going to get the gold. But the jobs never got me the gold. Real estate investing is not a job, it's a business. And while I was there with in a government job, the doctor told me I had cancer, and I thought, cancer? What's
Not
that?
you.
I said, I'm gonna kill you, cancer. You're not gonna kill me.
Right.
Because I came for a purpose and I haven't fulfilled that purpose yet. So then I killed the cancer. I had 2 kids, and then I had the 3rd one after my cancer procedure.
Because they said that you couldn't have children or something, right?
Yeah, so we call her the
Wow.
miracle baby because we had her after the cancer. So now I have my 3 daughters, and they're doing extremely well, and that's what we're doing. So I left the government, even though people were telling me, oh, it's a guaranteed job, and I said, there's no guaranteed job, especially today when everything is going offshore.
Right.
There's no guaranteed job. I left my job and I started my paralegal company while I was doing my real estate research, because when I researched who were the wealthiest people on this planet and what did they do to achieve their wealth, they all said they started with real estate. Then
Woo!
I said, okay, I'm encouraged. Now I know what I'm going to do. So people tell me, don't leave a guaranteed job. Interest rate is double digit. The country's in a recession. And I said, yes. When they tell me I can't do something, that's
when you
I
do
go
it.
out and do it. So I went out and I did it, and I did it successfully, even though I made the big mistake with my 9plex. But because it was my passion, I knew where I was going.
Right.
I had this mindset. I reprogrammed my mind. I knew where I was going, so I never gave up. So I just continued on, and thank God I did.
Well, thank God you did too, because now you're helping so many people.
yes.
You know, and a lot of people respect what you do because you go above and beyond.
Yes.
And you know, there's a lot of people that do real estate and they don't even want to help or train or teach anybody how to do all this stuff, and you're out there doing that because they just care. Oh no, you want to get the property? Oh, okay. And they don't care if you can make the money.
I know.
They don't know if you're going to afford it. They don't care. They just want to close that house and that's it. But you are a stalwart in the community. You're doing a lot of stuff within the community, and I encourage everybody to to talk to Laureline. She's there. She'll answer you a lot of questions and stuff. So where can people find you if they want to get a hold of you to ask all these wonderful questions and get the mentoring and the coaching and the education about real estate?
It's easy. My name, LurleneHenriquez.com. If you don't remember the name, look for 7-figure retirement. Okay, my phone number 416-996-7432.
Okay.
Or 1-800-746-0449. 1-800-746-0449 if you're out of town.
All right. Well, Lori, it's been a mouthful, and we've had we got a quick minute. We got all this in, and I encourage everybody to do purchase the book because has a lot of information in it. It's very informative, and it's even more informative when you speak to Laureline.
Yes.
But I do want to thank Laureline Henriquez for coming today and speaking with me.
You're welcome. And I really appreciate the work you're doing for the community.
Oh,
God bless you. God bless you.
thank you so much. Okay. Thank you. I thank for that. But I do want to thank you all for tuning in today with me for Exclusive Real Life Matters. So bye for now.
Bye.